film, he's getting a massage.
Really? Yeah, he's the exec. Okay, he's the hero in this. He's the main culprit of the Leary guy. L on Hubbard guy, whatever. So you're saying he's often shown as a corporate exec kind of guy.
Or a mobster. Well, I think the one half doesn't the other.
That's right, a mobster. That's very appropriate. Very appropriate.
When I was getting my massage today, I was thinking about Loja, and I thought about doing Loja imitation for the massage therapist, but then I thought that would be inappropriate. You know, like there's a kind of etiquette to the whole massage world.
Yeah.
So I didn't want to go, that's really, you can go
Is that what he did? Is that what he does?
Well, you know, he'll go, and then we'll be talking.
Colors will flash.
You're like,
Colors will flash.
We should have a massage while doing the show.
It's beautiful.
Yeah. You're right,
It's beautiful.
You know what?
We should do the show. We should do the show while being massaged.
Yes. And I'm saying that when we reduce the laughing so much, we're going to be able to do it. Then we can have a tantrum, you know. Come on, push up, get your head back on me. Yeah. Okay, so give me a minute. So this is Saturday.
It's beautiful.
Yes. It's all beautiful, yet not so good, you know. I think this is our worst show we've ever done so far.
So we'll probably get the highest ratings on this one.
Yeah, it probably will, right? That's right.
Colors will flash.
So,
Okay, here's the plot.
Oh, wait, hold on. Here's an antidote. Alright.
That's great.
Let's get back to business. Alright.
Yeah, so I'm looking at the wiki. I'll begin to read the synopsis and just see what it triggers off, because I don't know how much really what events you stopped at. It says Harry Wyckoff is a successful patent attorney. So Harry Wyckoff is James Belushi, right?
Yeah.
Right, in 2007 in Los Angeles. In 2007? Oh yeah, that's interesting.
Yeah, I was trying to figure out when it was supposed to take place. That sounds about right.
That's interesting. 2007, and I thought it was on in 93. I ended up in LA in 2007, and then 2008. But I have a sense of knowing what LA was like in 2007 because I talked to James Martinez all the time about it. That was when it was going nuts with the cell phone. The cell phone and American Idol and all that stuff made regular acting and acting courses and acting schools obsolete. You know, you had to kill somebody to get a gig. So look at how the idea of the hologram. Here's where the movie fails. Just instantly comes to me. It's all this sacred little space where the hologram is projected into the living room. Have you seen that about in the first part?
Yeah, and it's built around the L. Leary character.
Right. But here's as I think about it, it's because 2007. I know a lot about 2007 LA because James and I talked a lot about it on Cashflow before I showed up about his social dynamics, watching the chip body just go nuts in LA in so many areas that he could see. So it was fun to talk to him about it. So I think of that chaotic, there's chaos, 2007. And you think of the nice, secure environment those people were in to have a little hologram. If it was actually today, the hologram would come in the living room and you'd be blipping it off and taking calls or editing your MySpace or doing blog talk with Bob. That's totally unrealistic. And I'm actually thinking that whole move was actually the period 92, 93, coming out of George Bush the first and going to Clinton. The full impact of Clinton had not started yet when that happened. It was a very low, passive time in 93. That
said a lot about how basically everything is a reflection of when it was made.
Exactly.
I was catching on to that too, you know, I mean, everybody, you know, the whole house being furnished by IKEA doesn't necessarily make it the future. It's still 1993. And when you're watching it, you know, there's still a TV station that he's working on.
Yeah, and that's really, and that's long gone. Yeah, it really was about 1993. It was about Leary is going to be dead in 2 years, 1995. He's now talking about computers. He has a little bit of cachet with Mondo 2000 magazine, not so much Wired. Wired is just coming out, Wired magazine. The McLuhan revival is going to start right around then, and he did the McLuhan just a bit ahead of that. He retrieved McLuhan for himself. Of course, we're talking to Leary that weekend. That's what's amazing thing is. We were interacting, my typical Zanarchany, I'm interacting with Leary at his peak in his recovery of his image. You know, he became very popular in the LA scene in the late 80s, early 90s. A lot of the stars that sought him out. I can't think of her name, but the small star, the short girl, pixie girl back then. She was.
Oh, Winona Ryder.
Yeah.
It was the goddaughter.
That's right. Yeah, and there were these other friends of hers. So this. And what I remember, it was so idyllic. It was almost like Maui. The whole environment there, California calm. And did they take you to the Venice Beach simulation? Did you see that?
I haven't got to that one yet.
Yeah, there's an underground. There's another counterculture, an underground culture that is where people who are not in the corporate matrix there. So they interact with that world, and that's Venice Beach. Maybe Santa Monica Beach, you know, which Jerry Fiocco was part of, and I went there a lot with Jerry.
Bob, you're starting to break up a little bit, like this weird, pixelation of your voice.
Okay, did it just happen last 30 seconds?
Yeah.
Not right now.
Now it's okay.
Okay. I was just saying, I know that area. I know Venice Beach. And so that what struck me, since it was produced by Oliver Stone, who I think has an office in Santa Monica, and Bruce Wagner, the writer of Wild Palms, I saw him in a couple of the stores in the Santa Monica Venice area. They were describing it was about their neighborhood, about their reality. I mean, even the home, what's his name? Roger Logia. What's the name of the character?
I forget. Let me get to that.
Oh yeah, Senator Tony Kreutzer.
That's okay.
It may be more of a Beverly Hills home, but it could be a Santa Monica home, or Brentwood home, very close to Venice, Santa Monica area. So anyway, that idyllic period, because the recession has happened in 91, 92, it really starts getting out of it, I don't know, 93, 94. It's very, as I think about it, it really is that the mood of 1993 is in that movie and in that TV series. And the concerns about, well, Leary's coming back, and he's coming back with the computer mythic stage, which is the environment of preference, the mythic stage. He's saying virtual reality is going to be great, promoting that. You can see how Bruce Wagner just took the return of Leary. It's almost a satire on the return of Leary, with the hologram being the hyper medium. But the internet was a hologram. Do you know about that? That the global theater created the effect of the hologram. Not the hologram, but in the 60s, 70s, life was hologramic. You were inside the global theater created by the satellite and early digital life. By the 90s, you could personalize your own little hologram. The computer is what I call homeopathic. Big hologram shrunk to homeopathic level. So that whole homeopathic level is coming in, and you're going to have one-on-one communication. Narrowcasting it's called, where this guy can project a hologram into you. That is exactly what was coming in 93, 94, 95 with Netscape and those early people, the whole mass getting on population. So as you watch it, look at how much it's the present. That time.
Right. I mean, it feels more to me like it reminds me so much of when I was in college. That's, you know, I was in college when that was on, and just the whole excitement about like all that futuristic stuff.
Yeah.
And you know, there's that excitement's not really there anymore. It's almost like by 2007, everybody was kind of been there, done that.
Right, because the attitude, I would say that what that period is when you're still in a passive reception of the wonders of technology bestowed on you by the gods of the technocrats. You know what I mean? You're in a passive role. That's gone once you get into the last 10 years where people make their own media. It's all proactive. Like you're doing.
Yeah.
You never thought in '93 that you'd be on a radio show, so to speak, you know, having your own place.
No, I thought you know, because you would have had to know somebody probably on a radio station, or you'd have had to have some sort of, you know, like some like technological skills. And I mean, now it's like, so it's, you know, it's really simple where anybody can do it, and we've talked about that before. And the Wild Palms is still like kind of it's like an elite, like top-down kind of thing instead of like a cross, where people are just looking up. I mean, nowadays nobody looks up to anything. They don't really look at anybody else. They just post videos of themselves jerking off.
Yeah, they don't have time to take in anybody else. They're too busy harassed by the general collapse of the chip body landscape. And if they are engaged, it's just pumping up their own feed.
Right.
Yeah, like doing what you were just saying. So look, that's why that Wild Palms would actually be a nostalgia movie now. You'd watch it now for a romantic time when you were in that passive receptacle situation.